to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Houston's offense will have the football first. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Houston wants to play fast.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The short hands, it's Adams. There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw again. Finds his big tight end. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dawkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw. Using the quick game. And he will score! Touchdown, Houston!
And that is exactly exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Any time he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Got it, looking for the first down. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Caught near the sticks. It's Dawkins. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Cougars look to keep this drive humming.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
Trying trying to keep the drive alive. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. And the Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the 2nd level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Trying to set up the screen. Spins away from the defense. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Nestles it in at the 35. And the returner will be brought down. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for room, it's Payne. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cougars are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Off the RPO, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Got his man on the right. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. They want to get this defense on its heels. Quick strike complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The snap sets up to throw. He's got his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. They're going back to the ground. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to get it in. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Houston.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he has been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Give to the running back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. The play-action fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big.
Turning it on! They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. A first down for the offense. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest.
They'll give it to the back.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Slater. Right on the money. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Here's the heat. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Steps away. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Adams. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 32. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Ooh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Cougars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Down down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Slater. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Irish send out the punt unit. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Gonna run it. It's Payne. And they swarm him under. The Cougars want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Dawkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Houston will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air. It's Slater. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He takes it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Slater. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback will be slugged down back at the 43. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a huge play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you've put them in a very predictable passing situation.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. To the air, it's Slater. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Houston going up tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 22 over Kansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Slater. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Red pass, it's complete. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Oh, a double pass. Pressure coming. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll try the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Houston.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse